from the Post Millennial. LL Flooring shutters all 442 stores after filing for bankruptcy. We've got this one, Macy's closing even more stores than originally planned, from NJ.com. Macy's will be shuttering 150 stores over the next few years, adding that it would close 55 stores in 2024 instead of the 50 stores that were projected. Red Lobster to emerge from bankruptcy after closing dozens of locations. This just keeps happening. And so I bring this stuff up because we are watching. I mean, the LL Flooring thing is crazy. 442 stores filing for bankruptcy. Does this not, I mean, people are not building houses. Is there no, people need floors, don't they? Well, and it's not even that. It's one of Home Depot's biggest rivals. So they're shutting this down. Yet when we looked at the prediction model from Lichtman claiming that Kamala Harris is going to win, short-term economy, it says that the economy is not in a recession. True. Long-term economy, real per capita economic growth during the term equals or exceeds mean growth during the previous two terms. True. I know those are specific things to say that are true, but I kind of feel like the rate at which businesses are shutting, it's going to have a massive impact on people, and people don't feel like the economy is good. So it's a question of, does his model account for the alignment between whether the economy is officially good, meaning what he's basing this off of is people making statements. They are saying, here's our numbers, we think it's good. Does that correlate with how people actually feel? Because many, you see these men in the street interviews, even Don Lemon, and people are like, the economy is bad, we're struggling.
I think with her not being the incumbent, I think his whole model is out the door. Because she's just, it is different than what it usually is. She got thrown in there. She's not the actual president incumbent. Yeah,
but you could be a termed out president with your VP running. So where I would consider this is the weird shenanigans around Biden dropping out, not because he was termed out, but because his brain don't work right.
Yeah,
that says something weird, like there's no serious contest for the incumbent party nomination, and the argument there is that they didn't have any votes at the convention, and that's what it means. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but does that matter? We're asking how voters feel. And based on whether or not there was a serious vote at the convention, you're arguing that's how voters would feel. But maybe his point is this. If, and it still doesn't apply perfectly, maybe he's saying, no, if there really was contention, then the politicians and the delegates at the conventions would be split because they'd be worried about what that meant for them back home. But these aren't congressmen and women. These are delegates who were sent in, to vote. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. But back to the economic point, we're looking about 2,000 employees will be without jobs just from LL Flooring alone. It already shuttered 100 locations to cut costs after being unable to obtain investors or find a buyer. I don't know how we see all these stories and anyone can conclude the economy is good.
No, if you walk up to a random person and go, how do you think the economy is doing? Like, how are you doing financially? They're going to say it's horrible, it's bad. If you go, well, these stats show that it's, it's not as bad or something, they're not going to care. Like you said, if they're voting on vibe, they're going to feel like the economy is awful and they're going to.
That's why I don't understand how we can have a vibe election. Like, the vibe is it's really expensive to be alive right now and people feel really uncertain. I referenced this a while ago, but NBC polled young people and the majority said like the top issue for them was the economy. So how do you offer them vibes in lieu of a secure financial future? This just doesn't make sense to me. You can't have reports of like, all of these people who are affected by this know someone who is voting this year. They are probably voting themselves. Do you think they're like, wow, the vibes are great out here. I just lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. Really great economy. You might as well put Harris back in. That doesn't make any sense to me.
The vibes are, it's not going to work. That's what I'm saying. I'm going 49 state landslide because everyone is.
For Trump?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, I'm exaggerating. Let's go.
I'm just saying, I don't know if Trump wins.
Oh.
I'd like him to win.
Sure.
I just don't know.
Sure.
This is the weirdest election of my life. Yeah. Nothing lines up. It is abject chaos. Everything is weird.
It's even weirder than 2020 when he was in a lid and we had to do mail-in. We didn't see him. This is just a whole different level.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And we are 60 days out.
Jeez, it's going to be here before we know
60 days out and no policy on the website.
I can't imagine what the October surprise is going to be. I have to imagine it's going to be something absolutely crazy. Look, we're 2 months out. And the prediction, the Nate Silver's prediction model has Trump up. Some other I think some of the betting markets do, and some other models are favoring Trump. There's no guarantee. Something could happen. I mean, 2 months ago, someone tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have the debate on Tuesday.
I think the debate, like, I can't think October surprise or anything else. I can really only think about the debate because I think you get a whole new press cycle when people are deciding if Kamala is a defensible candidate. I also think that similarly to the debate with Biden, Trump can push so hard on the issues. He can really hold her feet to the fire and be like, you haven't given anyone any specifics. What's going on? Like, he's already been president. He already has a record with the economy. He has an actual plan. He talks about it openly. She can't really girl boss her way out of the explanation for what she's going to do. I'm afraid that it's going to turn into sort of personal posturing and standoff, and we'll get our, excuse me, I am speaking moment or whatever she's going to try and pull out of her sleeve. And that will derail the entire effectiveness of the debate. I don't think the American people need to see the clash of personalities as they need to see the push for accountability. When you don't even put policies on your website, you're saying to the American people, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. You just have to blindly trust me. No one voted for her. I mean, Dean Phillips came in second in the Democratic primary this year, and they didn't even give him a shot.
That's interesting, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right off the bat, right when they start, he needs to be like, oh, you're here. I'm glad you're here. Nobody has been able to get a hold of you and been able to talk to you. So just right off the bat, he needs to push how she isn't a strong leader because you're the vice president right now and you're not answering our questions. He needs to be strong on that.
He should bring her a bag of Doritos. Look, I got these from Sheetz.
No, because the thing is, if he does any of that, the media is primed to attack Trump. And so they're going to be like, he talked down to her and she looks so strong standing up to him. Like, he doesn't need to push any personal attacks. He doesn't need to be on the offense on anything other than policy. He just needs to say over and over again, why can't you answer questions about the border? What are you going to do? How come your economic plan is just to copy mine? What are your original ideas on this? Can you explain to me how you differ from Biden, who has done a bad job? She's not going to be able to do it. You're going to get a lot of and then a lot of shoulder shifting. That's her signature move when she's about to make a point. She shifts her whole body. Yeah, in my opinion. It doesn't need to be anything cutesy. He just needs to get real answers. She can't give them.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be showy, but he needs to show that she doesn't want to talk. And she hasn't.
Well, she wanted his mic to be on real bad.
Yeah.
It's funny because there's only one reason. I'm speaking, and she's not going to get it.
She's going to try to squeeze it in there,
She might still do it.
Squeeze it in there.
It always reminds me of like a school teacher when I was here. I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll be funny if she does it anyway and Trump's just standing there like stone face, like, wait, what happened? I'm sorry, you were speaking.
So she's going to go to Pennsylvania, and she might already be there right now doing like several days of debate prep for this because it's in Philadelphia. And I just wonder, if you're Kamala's handlers, like, what advice are you giving her right now? Are you giving her rational advice? Because I think a lot of the people around her are like, go full girl boss. Like, this is a moment for feminism. Wear your pantsuit and put your hand in the air and say, excuse me, I am speaking. But then someone else is going to know that actually pulls terribly with a lot of Americans. Like, it doesn't
Hillary,
look strong.
It wasn't a good look for Hillary.
No.
I think they're going to have her. I think the reason she needs so many days to debate prep is because she's not good just off the cuff. She needs to memorize things. So I think she's, memorizing hard because I think the more people see of her unscripted, the less they like her. Mm-hmm. And so she needs to be ready to, just have something ready to go memorized.
Yeah. Which is, again, interesting. Like, if Trump can spar a little bit and be like, well, tell me right now. If the question is about the economy and he can ask for a specific detail, I don't think she's prepared to speak candidly. I think you're right.
Yep. Give me specifics. That's what he should say too. Give me specifics about this, about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to ask her, why haven't you done it already?
Mm-hmm. Which is a great question. It's a wonderful question.
But
she's got to have an answer,
right? What are you going to say? She has no power?
She insisted that her name be front and center for the last 3.5 years, and then she's going to back off to, well, I was oppressed by the white man who put me on the ticket. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I was burdened by what was.
I'm unburdened by that guy now.
Yeah. I mean, that may be her argument, that Joe has his own policy plans and mine are different.
And what are they?
That's great. That's great if they're different, but tell us what they are.
We'd love to know.
That's it.
And then she's going to say, I'm going to give tax cuts to the middle class. And I want to work on grants and working on developing home ownership plans
She's going to say, well, I have a vision for an opportunity economy.
Right.
Because, when my mom was raising me, and then divert completely into an irrelevant personal story that she thinks makes herself, that's memorized, and she thinks makes herself looks likable.
And she yelled, freedom. So that's huge. She loves America. She'll be using the finger pointing.
Yes. And the shoulder shifting. And a pantsuit.
Now I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah, I'm
every
gonna
time I
watch
look at
for
her.
that now.
Yeah.
I think she should wear a dress. I think that would be the boldest thing that she could do. So far, she's pantsuits only.
Is she? Yeah.
As far as I can see, I never see photos of her in anything about a pantsuit because she's a lady lawyer.
Why can't it just be a suit? Why is it gotta be a pantsuit? Like men wear suits. Why is it now? I know I'm off topic.
Because women can have like a blazer and a skirt that go together.
Okay.
So different.
Is that a suit?
It's like I think they call them skirt suits and pantsuits, but I don't really know.
I think they feel more powerful in a suit than a dress.
In a man.
Dresses are
man
degrading, so.
Thanks for watching this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to check out the live show Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on this channel. Subscribe and we'll see you all there.